As you can see, my quantic gamer type is a mix between skirmisher and bard, jumping in the fray of battle and playing a part in a grand story. And as you can see, my gamer motivation profile mostly leans on action, social and creativity. Because of that, and 8 plus hours on this game, my game is of course gonna be Team Fortress 2. Let's start with my social components, and it says I'm a huge community player. The game is mostly played with 6 to 24 players in a lobby averaging of 18. The game has a lot of social interaction tools such as funny and interactable towns or emotes as you can say, a highly used chat box, and a voice chat mostly used for trolling or having fun. As a member of this community, I love our community with every little aspect in it. Some of the examples are Let's check my creative components, and as you can see, I like creativity in the games I play. For discovery, I can give an example. In TF2, there is this thing called reflecting. What it does that reflects projectiles with a powerful air blast of your flamethrower. And as a player that likes discovery, I mostly limit test myself with it, because there is a lot of tricks you can do with this technique. For example, this. For the design part, this game offers a lot of customization choices like hats, pants, masks, glasses and so on. As a design loving player, I fashionably design all my characters, or mercs as in canon. An 80s runner boy, a detective, a mysterious lawyer, and a alcoholic dad with a son and a vacation. Yes, too specific. A bodybuilder with a nice mustache, an 80s cop, a sitcom host, a hitman, and a history teacher. I spend a lot of time and money in these kind of things in this game. While we are talking about design, let's talk briefly about my emerging components. And as you can see, I'm not playing a game for its fantasy or story. But that doesn't mean I don't like making up stories about those characters that I said. After that fashion show, let's talk about my achievement components. And as you can see, I'm not a completionist, but I'm a power freak. For example, in this game there is this weapon called Scorch Shot. This weapon is just a simple flare gun with a twist. Normally you'll think like, oh, this will only burn me a little and I'll be fine. But this weapon does more than just that. It knocks you back, it deals its damage twice, and burns a bit longer than you can imagine. As people say it, it is overpowered. And they hate playing against it. But as you can guess, I love playing and abusing the power it has. On top of the power component, I want to talk about my action components, and clearly, you can see I like destruction. As you saw on the power component part, I like to destroy things or my enemies in a fashion that is brutal. I'll use flamethrowers, rocket launchers, action ball snipers, a fish, a sign, an Ottoman slab, and most importantly, a frying pan. Finally, let's talk about my mastery components. As it is seen here, I don't like challenge, and I like strategy. I can give an example to both of them. As I don't like challenges, I like to strategize my way out of a tough challenge rather than forcing them. For example, if the enemy team has turrets, I will use the best tool against those turrets. And if I saw a lot of low HP enemies, I will use a flamethrower. I'll never force my chances in most of the situations. Before we wrap everything up, here are some bloopers. So, let's discuss if the test is applicable to me. First of all, it got most of the things I do in games right, but not everything was correct. When I checked other Quantic gamer types, I thought, I must be an architect. TF2 is just an only exception in my catalog that fitted me in that, so I did TF2. I wanted to do the game I loved the most at the time, Football Manager, but the categories won't fit. The test felt like behind of its time and it lacked options. As a gamer, I mostly play games with deep strategy and I even modded them. As an example, Europa Universalis 4, Hearts of Iron 4, Civilization 6, Tropica 5, Galactic Civilization 3, Northgard, Football Manager, Hearthstone, and many more. So, in my opinion and experience, the test does not fit my player type at all. The test tried to put me in games with social communities, and I appreciated it. But when I said I am a social player, I didn't mean to play the games with random people online in a fully online atmosphere. For example, let's take Europa Universalis 4. I like the game because it's a strategy game and I played it a lot with my close friends. But I would never play it by myself or with random players. Other than that, I checked the games that were recommended by the test, and most of them the games I tried and actually didn't get the hang of it. In conclusion, the test was good, but it can be way much better.